Engage Braum and Cyan. Cyan is fine, but like not great, right? So I really soon. Just gotta figure it out. But if you told me, you know, like a month ago,
does he just die? He's gonna flash, and now Doran is going to hop away and heal himself.
That too is Doran.
He's gonna be happy that Pyosik isn't here yet.
Dead.
Yeah, he's just dead. He flashes, and Pyosik is there. It's first blood. And Pyosik on the Trundle getting first blood. Feels pretty good. You get your Trundle.
You got the Q.
Yeah, I mean, they know Trundle's up there, so... Yep, that's going to be the Crab also going over to Pyosik. And as I said, really not doing as much as you'd like. The cringe 8-gamer from Challengers, that was the worst.
That is way worse.
When you could have had 9 and then some team gets a 2-0 and you're like,
what did you hate more? When the first series was a 2-0 or when it comes down to the final game and then you don't make it?
I felt like it was not a fun time for the Scion player.
Carry on the ward there that is not been marked as ult back to lane for Dudu there.
Boom. All right, we're going in. No flash here for Bulldog. The timing is good, and there you go. There's the execution. That's the engage. That T1 will pull off many a time. And they pick up a kill here for Keria.
It's time for Battle Bar.
Uh-oh. Faker also no flash, and they're just going in onto this one. Nice ult here from Keria is going to get him away. As Trundle and Braum, not the most chase potential, but they will try. Especially in the short lane of mid, it's not really going to feel very good. And so Faker does get away.
I like it, Dudu. Don't interact with that lane. Don't give him the satisfaction where you didn't get the full wave.
Yeah, also there's a TP coming in. As they're trying to punish the Scion. He doesn't have ult. He does have flash. Will he use it is the question. Going to try to flash the wall, and the disengage cone is not going to work. In goes Doran, just follows him on the disengage and picks up the kill. So this time Dudu flew a little bit too close to the sun.
And you could all hear Brendan Valdez chuckle with rapturous glee.
Yeah.
As the disengage cone didn't do its job.
Well, the pillar is going to do its job. Knocks him into the sun. Faker 100% dead, just going for the minions. And eventually, Bulldog will kill him. Bit of damage comes in down on the bottom side. Still a very close game at this.
It's a bloodthirsty Bard. Battle Bard.
Battle Bard. I mean, let's see how these fights go. Owner's just going to go in onto the Victor once again. We don't see the shockwave coming out until a little bit later, and finally it goes off. But now Guma's here, and the culling is doing quite a lot, and this Bard ultimate is going to catch them. Can they follow up with some damage? Double flash comes out from those guys. The sun comes in from Keria, and life is finally going to be taken out. DNF still sticking around, even though they didn't have Berserker. Does not go well for them.
That's rough. Because either if Berserker's there, I think that fight's playable, because it was actually a pretty long back and forth. But they were clearly lacking damage because Bulldog died rather quickly, and then well, they need damage, right? Like, you're not really going to be able to
in this game. Owner is here. Could look to just combo. You know, you got Hex Plate. I feel like any opportunity you get, wherever Faker is, Owner should just go there and look to ult. As here we go once again. Going to go in onto Braum, as life just accepts
ghosting.
He is.
He's running.
He's very fast, you know. It's going to delay a little bit of time. It's not going to matter all too much as Kerry just ults himself. Does he get away here from the Trundle? Looks like maybe no, as even the shield not going to help. Pyosik with the subjugation is still in a 1v2, but here's Berserker trying to make things interesting. Gonna flash. Nearly had the angle there on Guma with the double. That was very cute. As now Bulldog makes his way over, and T1 will respect. I say that. Faker's still fighting this one. He's going to eat a Chaos Storm. Doesn't want to flash. He will be just fine.
Man, if only they had someone who did damage, that would have been good. Unfortunately, they don't. Well, actually, that's not true.
A damage AP carry.
Here. Everyone is waiting on everyone.
All right, we're doing the combo.
Taking the bait.
Is it happening? It's not really happening. The shockwave is only going to hit the Trundle, and now Owner in a really rough spot here. Keria not able to help him either, and it's more money to the Trundle. Fed Trundle 3-0. Pyosik carry angle. Any believers in chat?
Well, no one else on his team is doing damage. He has to step it up. Only he can do it.
He's got Warden's Mail.
Gets a chomp on the turret. That's Trundle's favorite thing to do.
And you saw how little damage the Shockwave does to the Trundle at this point in the game. Everybody else is AD.
Yeah, Faker also in Roa.
Yeah. And this isn't going to get any better. I mean, this is the way this matchup goes, so. It is the one angle. And Hextech Soul when you've got Ezreal in your team. Always fun.
Also, Doran can TP, but he is AD in Italy. Do you really want to do that?
No.
I'm not so sure.
Are they going to go in? No. Well, kind of. Keria goes in. And I don't really know why. Berserker going to get a free kill.
I didn't actually see, but I'm telling you right now, I think he tried to smite it away. Because he's Bard and he has...
okay, there you go. The smite steal Bard did not work out, though.
Well, I'm also... I don't know if they changed that, but originally you used to get unupgraded smite. Which doesn't...
Like, why even go for it?
But also, it's a Bard death, right? Like, I don't think really...
It's still money in the bank for Berserker.
Yeah, that's valid.
And now they're sieging turrets. And the combo is going to come in here. This time it does connect, but just going to go golden is the Trundle, as now that front line is being torn apart. Pyosik goes down, and Owner gets away with this flash. So the siege doesn't quite work out this time for DNF.
Just go Warmogs. I'm not even memeing.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea. Now we do have the Trundle here. So Doran just going to hop over the wall, and the pillar does come down. And if this stun hits, maybe, but now Owner is coming in, and now the follow-up with the Scion ults, and they do get the punish. And nothing on the top side for T1 to take except that Otacon, but they're not in position to do so. So that's going to relieve some of that pressure.
I want to believe. I'm not believing until it happens.
I'm locked in.
I want to believe, but I'm glad you are.
We have one committed member here on the desk.
There is so Spirit Visage. I'm not the biggest fan of here.
Right.
Like, I know it's good, but it's so much harder.
Yeah.
That's going to be the second Hextech Drake going over to DNF. I'm slowly starting to come around, Belvis.
Yeah, you're beginning to believe. Here we go again. They are going to find the one guy that they are looking for, that is Bulldog, and he gets feared right at the very end. As Keria going on into this one, he has a blast cone, and Kuma's going to send him in. It doesn't quite matter, though, as Berserker, the last auto from Faker, gets him down. And, well, maybe a Baron angle here for T1 after a couple of kills.
No longer believing. Keria's just styling on them. And some of these bar plays didn't end up working out, but that one gets them a Baron. We'll see if Pyosik can make his way over. Dudu, yeah, he doesn't have... He has his ult, but he's obviously not going to make his way over, as Pyosik is really fast.
He's taking on the world!
And he does have Sundered Sky. Wait to give me the... Oh my god, that was... He could have gone in.
Yeah,
he could have actually stolen it. Like that. Keria! Keria, really.
He's having a lot of fun today.
Maybe one of the
A couple of Drakes. They are still facing an AD in Italy, where some of that gold lead is pretty fake. Might even be able to kill Doran here. Let's see. I mean, they got 3 people coming down. Doran is still trading with
I guess
this one.
They lose Otacon.
I feel like he might have even lost 1v1. But now with 3 of them down here, it's just going to be the end of him. Dudu picks up that kill. And the Otacon eventually will go over to T1.
Okay, but this is one of those games where they can actually contest Otacon.
Positioning on the Drakes, the last couple have been better.
Look at that spear. Man, sure did damage. Faker's just living his best life, pushing in side lane.
I mean, Bulldog can just back and catch this. Looks like he wants to walk.
There are only 2 smites on the map as of right now. So we are approaching our soul point fight.
I mean, let's see how this looks. Berserker's standing on a ward at the moment. They have not cleared out the vision. Banana Brush Control also going to T1. And the last couple of Drakes, DNF to get. Keria with the engage here. They're just going right to that back line as the flash away, but the follow-up from Owner, but he's not going to get the kill. Finally, Guma gets in there, but now it's Guma way behind the play, and nobody's able to help him. Zoned away by the Chaos Storm as Dudu gonna cut that ult short, just trying to keep Bulldog protected. We'll see if he can do that. As Vic stun is going to come down. And look at Pilchik just going to town. Up on the top side, gets the kill on a Faker. But Bulldog is getting supremely low and finally gets taken out here by Doran, who will also be taken down, though. Guma.
He hit the Q!
The only one that can do damage at this point in time. Dudu on the chase. It's going to be a kill, a shutdown for Dudu. And DNF are very much in this game as they look at their third Hextech Drake.
You just gotta believe!
I never stop believing.
Let it be known, Brendan Veldis never stopped.
Where it was most important. So little things like that, if he doesn't have exhaust, Berserker just dies.
Doran on the 80 in Italy. He does have a 1.2k gold lead. All
right, they're going to go in on the Berserker, and there's the combo once again as he flashes the wall and he lives. Just barely.
Not even close, baby. That's why you pick Azriel right there. Can't believe he lived. That's Nash otherwise, Veldis.
Yeah. This is totally on vision. Do they care? Life has smite, Keria has smite. TPs are coming in. Our top laners have joined. And Owner does not have flash.
3 seconds on the ult.
3 seconds on the ult. And the Bard is going to keep it alive. It's just a total flip with smites all over the place. It goes to T1, but Owner immediately dies, and so will Keria, as Dudu is chasing Guma. And eventually, Dudu cannot deal Guma cannot deal damage to Dudu. It can't happen. And he can't even dash over the wall. Dudu just solo kills him. And yeah, T1 got the Baron, but DNF are sitting pretty. 3 Hextech Drake.
Delays, and then
we're just diving. We're just diving Faker. He's just here. He's just dead. Already flashed. Didn't matter. He just dies. And T1 have Baron with 2 people on. 2 people had the Baron.
Had.
Say.
Yeah.
And now it's only Doran.
Who isn't real, as we have a
Stayed in Italy. I mean, that gap is closing faster and faster. Okay, they're going in on the Scion.
Choo-choo.
It's never going to work. I mean, they push him away, I guess. So they're going to keep the turret alive.
They still have Otacon.
Oh.
And they're not...
Those 700 gold. Yes, you're right.
Once Hextech Soul comes in, that's it. Right? Like, there is no shot that you can win the game as T1. Hextech Soul is just too powerful. A single laser, a single Q is going to ruin you.
They gave up the first 2 Drakes. The third one, DNF took from them. And now they're trying to engage onto Bulldog. Keria ult's going to do a little bit. Gets Bulldog into a rough spot, but immediately Life runs over and just gets his shield up.
He doesn't even flash.
And now their engage is done. Dudu is totally fine. Still Scion. And this Dragon is up. I think can just try to go for it. No smite available here as Guma's going in. He's got a very nice angle, though, on a Bulldog. They do turn on to Doran, who tries to engage his 80 Nidalee. Not sure about that one. And now he is going to go down. That's first pick going the way of DNF. Life gets low. And then a huge shockwave comes in, but it doesn't deal damage. From the side of Faker, double stun comes in. Guma is desperate to get his game, but he will not be able to. He does his very best. But it's just Hextech Soul potentially here for DNF unless Owner has something to say about it.
All right, Doran, this work.
T1 are desperate to try to stop this.
They can't give this, they know. Owner has his ult.
I mean, we're going to see this ult coming in. Owner, they could just probably turn onto him as the fear does come down. Owner's like, I guess I'll just try to hit the Dragon. He is doing quite amount of damage. Might see a little flip here, although the stun goes in and Owner gets it. Somehow, DNF not able to secure it, but still able to pick up 2 kills. And this Scion is so giga-fed.
But
compared to where he should be in this game.
Guma tries his very best and is so close, particularly, don't forget, with those resets. Franks from the Otacon.
Look at this.
The explosion.
They're just pushing. This turret's going to go down. And DNF, they don't get the inhibitor, but at least they get the inhibitor turret.
So much. We're not even looking at Pioshik's stolen resistances, right?
Yeah. All right, they're going to try to go in on the Berserker. The fear is going to land, but they're going extremely deep for this one. Can they take out Berserker? Yes, they can. Guma might have to trade his life for it as down he goes. It's a trade of 80 carries. With Baron on the Rift, DNF will set their sights there.
A lot of ults used as well. They're on either side. Baron is up, but Owner is still in the air. Look at the cooldown on that. They have to respect you.
There definitely is a lot of respect being shown, it feels like, by both teams at this point. You know,
Well,
43-minute game.
Are we just flipping? Soul flip? Soul flip.
Soul flip. I'm ready. There's a ton of damage already coming in. I mean, they might just be able to zoom this one down. It's just Hextech Soul going up hard. And Owner gets in, but he's late. And okay, that's a nice kill on a Berserker. Maybe an angle here for T1. Bulldog left isolated, has to flash away. He goes down to Faker. An angle here for T1, as it's going to come down to the Fed Scion and the Fed Trundle, but I don't think they have enough.
Not like this!
Not in the 2v5. Massive stun comes down from Dudu, who is unkillable, but Pilsik is very killable. And it looks like T1 may have just done it. If they get the Supreme 5-for-0 ace, and that they will, they've got a wave in mid. And even Hextech Soul isn't enough to give DNF the win here in game 2.
Not like this! Valdez, no!
My beliefs, they're crushed. This is the expected result, though. T1 will get the 2-0 tonight. It was a struggle. It took them 45 minutes to take down DNF here in game number 2. But they do get the 2-0 victory. Again, the expected result. But after watching